Bacon, I have to admit, I was turned off from these hobbies for a good while because all I see are online are masterpieces. Yeah, and a part of the reason why I turned to scale figures since I don't need to do anything. Oh, I see. To actual like figures rather than things that you need to build. Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people are content with that as well. But I guess part of the appeal with building a model is just, especially if you're streaming too, is just like it's something you can do while casually chatting. Oh my god, I'm hearing the parts fly around. This is I have to hunt all these flying pieces down. So how about with the with the god hand? Do you find that the nubs just fly around? Ooh, this is a very fine and very small piece. Gotta be careful not to snap that off. There you go. But yeah, I think the fun the fun of it, the fun of the hobby is just the process of making something and learning new techniques and getting better with every new build. And once you kind of get into that mindset, I think it doesn't matter if like you see the next guy and his thing and looks super amazing and it's like, "Oh, it'll never be like that." Because even when you make something and it looks like okay, sometimes it looks even worse than okay. Even like for me, right? Like I'm just saying when I've made models and they because I bought so many models in the past and some of them are like gone now. I don't even know where they are. Like I had an X-wing fighter and I knew it like the very when I even just started building it that it was going to suck, right? Like I knew it was going to be bad. Like I was putting it together with the wrong kind of glue. I was getting glue on my fingers. I was still handling the model while I had glue on my fingers, and then it was like messing up the plastic, and there was like water slides. I'd never used that before, and the water slides or the stickers would wrinkle, and that sucked. And I remember using paint like testers testers oil paint and or enamel paint, and I didn't have the right kind of mineral spirits to clean my brush. I think I was just using water, and that was a disaster. And my brush was just some cheap piece of crap. So yeah, it was bad. It was a disaster, right? Making this Star Wars X-wing fighter, and yet despite that, I still thought it was cool. Like because I built it, you know. Even and that just applies for anyone and anything that they build or for Warhammer when you're painting models. It's like sure in the back of your mind, you know it's not going to be like some crazy thing that's going to win tournaments. It's not going to be this amazing thing. But the fact that you built it just makes it feel cool. Like it just feels you just feel that much more attached to the model, right? And the world too. Like that's another fun thing I feel is like especially when you're into the world and the setting of something, you can kind of really get into it all that more when you're building a model. And okay, let's clean up this piece. That's just a really cool feeling. Bacon, I was just gonna say the God Hand prevents the nubs from flying around. Okay, okay, I understand now. So that's kind of good. That's a +1 to the God Hand for sure, instead of my peasant finger or whatever you want to call it. This shit is flying around. And so back to my point about building a model is just over just simply buying a toy or an action figure or a statue. it's like, yeah, you get that extra little bit of enjoyment just because you know that you made it. It's kind of cool. All right, I think the steering column goes like this. And the lady goes in like this. Oh, okay. Okay. But I think that we'll paint her separately from this little chair thing. And now they want us to assemble the whole shebang. So let's do that. Okay, this goes... How far back did they want that to go? Arms. Other arm. Legs. Other leg. Cool. Pretty neat. Oh, okay, this is... You can kind of... You have some range of movement here at the hips so that you can get the legs and the foot lined up nicely. Okay. This is just the frame. It kind of gets more bulked out as we continue the build, of course. Okay, parts snapping off. Okay, keep that in mind that the connection is not so strong there. Let's just keep it like straight then. I was trying to go for like a more open stance. There we are. Something like that. And now this thing goes here like this, although I believe that the model... I'm pretty sure that the model does not stay inside the build. Like if you want to have the, you know, the whole outer part of the unit, it doesn't, you don't include this. You just take her out. You just take it out. Judging by the box. I can show you the box in a second, but that's pretty neat. So this is actually the first page of the build, like right here, the first page. Woohoo! We just did that. We finished it. It took 2 sessions, but here we are. And this is looking pretty nice so far, actually. Like, you know, as simplistic as it is, it kind of has a cool feeling to it. Like the way all the details and the shadows fall on it. Like I can tell that it's already gonna take, like, it's gonna be nice to photograph, and when it's fully painted, I think it's gonna look pretty nice. I think so. So yeah, okay, pretty cool. Let me get a drink of water and catch up with the chat. Bacon, yes, the sense of accomplishment and excitement is much more than just buying a figure, yeah. Although skill figures still have their charm. Oh yeah, for sure. You'll never fully abandon the scale figure waifus. At least to me, they're still a bit more aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, especially because they don't like have... When it comes to like a waifu statue or anything, it's not like they need to be articulated, so you don't need to concern yourself with visible hinges and stuff like that, right? They can just focus on the model being just as 100% on model, like as accurate as possible. Let's put this model here while I continue to drink my water. You guys can look at that.